Earlier this month, the Honolulu Mayor Peter Carlisle signed off on a law making it illegal to store personal property on sidewalks. But this morning, city sidewalks are still cluttered with tents and belongings. The city says it is trying to ensure cleanup is implemented effectively and properly, but do not say when the clearing out will begin. The city says once the cleanup is initiated, crews will haul off items remaining on the sidewalks for storage. If the property is not claimed, it will be donated or thrown out.
Honolulu's glowing night skyline is becoming a big problem for astronomers atop Haleakala.
For them, they say it's light pollution that's interfering with their work, and it's also a problem for Hawaii's wildlife. And joining us over Skype is CivilBeat.com editor John Temple. Good morning, John. Good morning, John.
Good morning.
So this light pollution story, how are the lights interfering with scientists' work?
Well, the problem is that Honolulu's a kind of large city, and as you know, on the Big Island and on Maui, they've already taken steps, and on Kauai, they've already taken steps to limit the impact of lights because of astronomy and because of birds. But Honolulu's much more complicated because of the large population. The legislature passed a law last year that was quite sweeping and would have required all new lighting and all replacement lighting, both public and private, to have shields. But that was too expensive and the implementation plan was unclear, so the governor vetoed it. And now the committee that proposed that is going to come back with a more limited proposal to at least start to make progress on in Honolulu.
And John, you know, we've heard about these problems before with bright lights. You know, turtles actually swim toward the wrong way and the birds go the wrong way. It throws everything off. But now you're learning of some evidence that these bright lights can actually or could do some harm to people. What is that?
Yeah, there is a type of lighting that has potential negative impact on people's sleep patterns and is believed to even be potentially linked to cancer. Now, I think you have to be very cautious on things like that, but we know that lighting can be disruptive. And so it's very important that as we're replacing lighting, that we're selecting energy efficient lights that do not cause other problems.
Yeah, that's why I have those blackout curtains when I try to sleep, definitely.
Yeah, you definitely need them because you have to go to bed so early.
Yeah.
Well, John, we know another story on CivilBeat.com is the story about beach encroachment problems, especially in Kahala. And, you know, it seems like the state may need to get tougher on these beachfront property owners.
Well, that's a really interesting story because basically what's happening is the underbrush is growing so dense and pushing out into the sand that in high tides, people can't walk on the beach where they've traditionally walked. They could be in the water. If there's heavy waves, they could be affected by them. And it's basically a form of encroachment where the Department of Land and Natural Resources is warning them that they're taking over the beach and making it impossible for others to use it. And there would be fines for that. So it's a serious offense, and we'll have to see whether homeowners and others respond and clear the beaches.
Yeah. Well, with you know, punishment only $1,000, $2,000, I don't think these multimillionaires are really going to be that affected by that.
Well, that's possible. Yeah, that's possible. But, you know, there is embarrassment as well. And I think, you know, one of the things just in writing the stories, and we'll have to see, is whether the fines build over time and whether just the attention to it. That's not being a good neighbor, which doesn't seem to fit into the aloha spirit of Hawaii.
Well, we'll definitely have to see, and it is a public beach for everyone to use, so thanks for following the story,
right.
John. Well, you can find the complete story that we just discussed on CivilBeat.com. A lot of interesting stuff there. It is 6:38. We'll be right back.